Well, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. All right, let's do another freaking transfer review because I love some freaking Transformers. I'm really excited today for Robot Toys RT-04. This is Zhou Hu. This is a Legend Scale Tigatron from Beast Wars. Man, really excited. I love what they've done so far with Legend Scale. Just reviewed the Scorponok, their MP Scale Scorponok, and if you don't mind, go watch it. But love it. Probably one of my top 10 Transformers this year so far. Really good. But yeah, looking forward to this. So really nice artwork right there. And not much else. You got that back here. Then you got back here robot toys. You got the robot toys and everything as well. So very cool. So yeah, really excited for this. Will I be excited after the review? Who knows? But man, yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, hit me on some likes, shares, first, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. If you haven't already, really appreciate that. And follow me on Instagram and on not Twitter, but Instagram and TikTok if you don't mind. Everything description. And once again, I got this from Show Z. So do me a favor, go buy some Transformers at the top. Hit Deluxe 32. Really helps out the channel as well. So let's just get right to it. Let's talk about some Tigatron. All right, all right, all right. Let's freaking go. All right, up first, as always, let's talk about what he comes with. All right, so he does have instructions, which are pretty good. You know, they're okay. Nice big picture and everything. Now, he does have a lot of effect. I'll show you that. And they do show what the batteries he has needs for the he's got for his gun and for his head to light up eyes and for the gun. Fortunately, I do not have these batteries. They're SR416SW. Really small, really small batteries. So that's the ones they take. Unfortunately, I do not have those. But yeah, we'll take a look at his gut gun real quick. Like I said, you take this little top off, nicely painted, got some peach and some white paint on there. And you can tell there's a little blue right there. This will light up if you get the batteries. And this will activate it. You got this little golden disc kind of thing, which is pretty cool. Scorponok came with one of these as well. I love what they're doing with that. But yeah, you just take the magnet and you touch the, the gun and everything, it'll light up. If you touch his head, his eyes will light up too. Unfortunately, I do not have the batteries. You get these missiles, little 2 rockets. They're nicely painted in gunmetal silver, which is really cool. You get 3 faceplates, nicely painted, this nice metallic green and white and red. Right there, you get the screaming kind of face. You get the kind of just, regular relaxed face right there. And you get a kind of a grr face. So very nicely done. All right, then you come with these 2 things. So this is the kind of the thing that goes into the side of his head, and this is what he used to hack into the Predacons system and everything, which is nicely painted silver and got this nice little purplish, translucent purple, plastic and everything. But you tab this into the side of his head, and this is what hacked into it. And then you got this extra Megatron head, which was, if I remember, it's like a Cubics thing or something. It showed that he was able to get into the system and everything. So this is just an extra head sculpt for Megatron, but I think it's like a Rubik's Cube kind of thing going on, if I remember correctly. Somebody will tell me in the comments if I got it wrong. But I know what this is. It was used to hack into the system, and this was kind of like the password, I guess, to get into it. But anyways, nicely done. Got nice metallic purple. Beautiful head sculpt as always, so pretty cool. All right, so there you go. That is all he comes with. Whee! All righty, and here is Robot Toys and their Tigatron. I think it looks really good. Really good. Got that little cheesy smile right there. Love all the black stripes all the way down his back, his head, down his legs and everything, down all the way down to his tail. Very nicely done. You got this kind of a metallic green, which looks really good. Like that. You got some nice white, a little more painted different white than what this is. Looks very nice. Now you can't open up the mouth, which is cool. You can see some peach or pink for his tongue. Grr, like that. He does have a option of changing the colors of his eyes as well. If I can get my finger, I don't have any fingernails. So you can be green, which I'm going to leave them green, or you can turn them around to be orange, which is cool. You just turn these around a little bit. And there you go. I didn't get one of the eyeballs in, but you get what I'm saying. So you just try to line up the eyeballs just correctly, everything, and that's pretty cool. Let me turn it back to green. Let's see if I can get it right this time so it doesn't look weird. There we go. All right, so there you go with that. And as far as articulation with the head, you can go up and down, down and up and everything, which looks good. You can kind of extend it too as well, so you can kind of, rest it in, but you can't extend it. So very nice. Doesn't go side to side. I wish he kind of had a side to side. That would have been pretty cool. but he does go up and down and everything, so that's nice. All right, with the legs, you can go out to here, about right there. You got a little back and movement right there, and also at the elbow too. And you have some movement. You got it on a ball peg right here, so you can go up and down and get your little rocker going on. The toes are painted, looks like a gunmetal silver, which is really nice. Like how everything cleans up right there. All right, same thing over here, same articulation. Now with the back legs, now you do, this little part right here is tabbed in right there, so you can kind of untab it and you can get some movements right here. Oh, I meant, you know, it's tabbed in right there. This little butt piece is tabbed in right there. So you can kind of untab it and you can get out to, you know, a little motion out to there so you can get some dynamic poses and everything, but it's mainly supposed to come back and you tab it in like that right there. You do have a movement right here, a swivel right here, hinge right here, hinge and a swivel right here, and a swivel right here. So pretty decent articulation for the leg. Very nice. Once again, the toes are painted. This white part right here is painted. The tail does move up and down, so there's a hinge right here. There's a hinge right here too. So you get that. And you also have kind of like an ab crunch, if you want to call it. So you have that too. So very nicely done. So yeah, pretty well articulated. So I like that. All right, so there you go. There is Tigatron. All right, real quick, I want to show you comparisons with their Robot Toys Cheetor. He just came out and everything a couple months ago. I just want to say this is a whole new mold. The engineering gets the same. They transform almost exactly how, you know, they transform each. But I just want to show you, you know, he's a little thicker. You know, he definitely is thicker. He's got a bigger head and, you know, broader shoulders and everything. But, you know, he's also bigger, you can tell. Like I said, a lot of people thought he was just going to be a recolor of this or something like that. But no, he's a whole new mold. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, they do have similarities in transformation, which is really cool. But there you go. There is Cheetor, and there is Tigatron. Oh, real quick, I forgot to show you. It really doesn't hold any of the you know, accessories, but there is a place for it to put the gun, but it really didn't fit in really well. I mean, just like, you know, so it kind of looks really goofy. So I just want to show you the option. You know, it's a terrible option, but you know, you have that one, and options are always great for Transformers. So there you go. He can carry his gun underneath his belly. Real quick, there's Wheelie. You know, he's not going to really scale with any of these guys. They're not going to be bigger than a car. There's a Magic Square Prowl. And here's New Age Toxitron. And we'll throw in Red Alert from Siege. And here is Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. Alrighty, back for transformation. And here is Tigatron. Like I said, really the same engineering as Cheetor, but it is a whole new mold and everything. I just want to make sure I did everything. So I didn't have the legs, crossed, right back here. And like I said, this tabs into the, tail part right here, everything. And then this part right here, I didn't show this. The arms tab into the back of the head. There's there's a port right here and a port on that side, so it kind of solidifies that, so it won't go all willy-nilly and everything. I didn't plug that in during transformation, and I changed the eyes. You can have them whatever you want to. I changed to orange. You can change them to green if you want to. Still got one eye not looking all straight. Let me get that better so they don't look all weird looking. But yeah, these don't tab in the best. They will come on tab quite a bit. Just be aware of that. But he looks fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. A lot of stuff going on back here. Make sure you tie this in the butt right there to make him have a booty. That's very nice. Once again, nice paint. You got the stripes and everything. The white paint right here. The kind of this turquoise green right here looks really good. All throughout looks very nice. Got the nice faceplate on there. White right here for the head crest. Beautifully painted green. Very nice. Like I said, you take off the front of the thing and you'll see I'll show you when I change the faces, but that's where the batteries are held and you can, turn them on and everything like that. So real quick with articulation. So look down, not much at all, but you can look up quite a bit. It's got on like a ball peg hinge, whatever. You can go about right there, which is far enough, I think, and everything. And you get a little attitude as well. So that's pretty good. Very nice. All right. So you can go out to about right there on the arms, which is nice. Go all the way around. You got to manipulate it behind there and everything, but you can do that. These things right here, they're on a little hinge. You can move these up and down all the way around. You got a butterfly, which is good. Very nice. I like that. You got a bicep swivel, and you got a nice elbow bend all the way you need. You do have a, let's see if I can, do have a little swivel, and the hands will open like that. So that's pretty cool. Kind of, curved and everything, but it's a legend scale. It's not going to be the biggest end of the world or anything like that. So that's very nice. You do have a waist swivel. Very nice. And you got an ab crunch. And you can look up, so it doesn't defeat the purpose of the ab crunch. I like that. Very nice. Van Damme more than you need. Van Damme all day, every day. Got some white paint right there. Kick up. And kick back. About right there. And then you start running to the booty. But it's far enough. No thigh swivel, but you have a knee swivel to make up for that. And you have a nice knee bend. Very nice double knee, which is good. And you got a toe tilt up. I love the transformation of the feet, man. That's pretty cool. Toe tilt down, and you have a little rocker, not the biggest, but I mean, he's got some big old Nikes on right there. That's pretty good. And he does have a backpack. You got the legs right there, but like so you can cross them. You got the tail. With Cheetor, you can take the tail off, not with Tigatron. But yeah, there you go. There's articulation and sculpt of Tigatron from Robot Toys, man. It looks freaking awesome. Alrighty, real quick, gonna go over accessories and everything. So he can hold the gun on either hand, which is pretty good. Just tab in right there, and then there's that. And then he can hold this little disc. I said golden disc, but it's a blue disc. But you can open up the hand and just insert it right there, and you can hold it. And like I said, if I had batteries, you can tap it. He would light up the eyes. Same thing with the gut gun. Like I said, you just take this top off and you can do that. Now with the faceplate, you can just kind of get your fingernail if you got a spudger, and you take a faceplate off, and right there, that's where you'll put the batteries. And then you can change your faceplate. You just put it back on like this. There you go. And there's the Gur face right there. All right. Now, like I said, with the kind of his the little hacker thing, there's a hole right on the back of him, and you just kind of tab this in. But yeah, if you have sausage fingers, it's going to be a little bit of a task to try to get that in. I'll have to do that off camera. But anyways, and you got the rockets, the little missiles, whatever you want to call them. You have two ports right here, but you can just kind of tab that in there. You can have that like that. And that is about it. I don't think there's nothing on him, but that's the extra Megatron hand. But there you go. Let me put that in real quick for you, and I'll show you. I'll be right back. All right, finally got that thing in, man. Golly, took a little bit, but that's how it's supposed to look. Go in there, like I said, goes into that little hole right there, and then, like I said, he hacks into the system, and that's pretty cool. So very nicely done. So yeah, there you go. There are the accessories for Tigatron. All right, real quick, there he is next to their Robot Toys Cheetor. I can tell he's quite a lot bigger. And like I said, I'm glad they just didn't do a repaint, and they actually gave us a new mold. But yeah, very similar. Like I said, the transformation's just about the same as far as that. And here's the back. Everything like I said, his legs do not tab in like Cheetor's does. Everything. So yeah, pretty cool. So there you go. There is Cheetor and Tigatron together. Look great. And there's Magic Square Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, and Mirage. And there's New Age Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Mirage. And there's Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Ultra Magnus, Ramjet. You got Core Class Wheelie. You got one of the Seekers from Iron Factory. You got Lucky Cat Bumblebee. And there's Tits McGee Redgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapagonets, Crappy Toilet Paper, AAA Battery, Carmex, Care Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on Robot Toys. This is their Legend Scale Tigatron, and man, Robot Toys is knocking it out of the park, man. Like I said, I just reviewed their MP Scale Scorponok. Really great. This one's awesome, too. I really like it. He's freaking awesome, man. I love the alt mode. Looks good. Transformation is fun. Like I said, if you have Cheetor, transforms just the same way, but it is a new mold, and I like that. I like how they did that. Bot mode looks great. Love it. I mean, golly, the nice paint. The nice, this green, this metallic green. The weapons are, the weapon is painted too as well. I like that. The option, the accessories. I love the little hacker thing you got. That's pretty cool. And with the Megatron that goes along with that, you do got the disc. It would have been cool if they would have maybe, golden or something like that, or kind of a gold, kind of a translucent to be, the golden disc. But it is, and you can use the magnets. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't have the batteries. But you have a lot of effects for the eyes and for the gun, and that's pretty cool. I like that. They use that, the goldenness and everything. You get 3 extra faceplates, which are really nice, nicely painted, and you also get these little missiles, little rocket launchers or whatever, and that's pretty cool. Articulation, great across the board, everything you need. The paint, like I said, is really good. Materials feel really good as well. Great job, Robot Toys, man. I know I want to say this. I want them to keep making Beast Wars stuff, especially with Legends or mixing it with Legends and Masterpiece. We got like a Masterpiece Waspinator coming. I really hope we do. I hope they do a Legend Scale Scorponok and a Waspinator to go along with. They got some other stuff coming down the line. Man, really great freaking job. I wonder who they used to be. Most of the new companies that come along have been a branch off of somebody, but man, great job. But man, if they start doing G1 stuff, oh man! But like I said, I don't want them. I want them to do Beast Wars. Keep doing Beast Wars stuff, man, because they're doing a great job. All their Legend Scale stuff, the Prime, the Megatron they have out, the Cheetor 2-pack, and everything was really good too. So great job, man. I really highly recommend these, man. They're fun. So hope you like the review. Hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Is anybody in for these guys? What do you think about Beast Wars and Legend Scale? And I'm excited, man. These are freaking awesome. I can't wait for the rest of their stuff coming out. And follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Everything's in the description. Definitely go to Show Z and hit Deluxe 32 at the top right there. Really helps out the channel. Go buy you some Transformers. Go get this guy. Really helps out the channel. So I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself, man. Help freaking Transformers and help freaking Legends, Robot Toys. Oh man, it's just a great time to be a collector, man. We got so much good stuff and everything. And I'm gonna kick the baby. Nah, you ain't. You're small. I don't care. I'm Tigatron. Oh, I will hack into your system. Yeah. Yep, you are stupid. See? Yeah, that's true. That is so true. He is stupid. Let's see if I can kick the baby. Yeah. Chicken kick the baby. All right, good night, folks. Man, that was fun. I love this stuff, man.